I didn't really know whether to start singing happy birthday or just say welcome in like I always do. But it's Camo's birthday today. 40 30
Come on.
50.
38.
I'm 38 going on 50.
Happy birthday to
Thank you.
Camo.
Appreciate you. Appreciate that.
38.
Gray hairs are looking good on you.
Do you have something to say to him?
Well seasoned.
Happy birthday?
Well, I know you haven't texted him yet, so.
Oh,
Unless
did he tell you that or something?
No, unless you,
I got a text from Bug all day.
That's what it sounds like.
well, we are in a group text together, and I don't know if you ever text him outside of that, but.
Honestly, didn't know. So, I mean, I can't lie about it.
That's all right. You don't need to know how old I am.
He didn't even know it was your birthday
I'm
until I
old
told him.
enough to kick your butt.
I ain't as good as I once was.
Well, like in true Tuscaloosa fashion, we're just gonna wing it from now on. I mean, that's our style.
We're just
not
a bunch of wingmen.
We're not a big
We just
planner. I mean, we planned the first
Speaking of wingmen,
well,
Arkansas
at least,
Razorbacks
what you
need
see
some.
is what you get, and this is just us.
That's
being
right.
Being
What
real
you
McCoy.
see is what you get, and
What do you get?
well, our football team's not good. Football team's not doing too good.
No.
Basketball team
The
is.
Tusketeers.
Basketball team didn't look good against Baylor.
Well, let's hold back. Let's hold back. We don't.
Football team. Let's just
Even if we won, I would hold back too. No, we played terrible, and we almost won. We played terrible, and we almost won. I mean, if you look at it, we lost by 5 points.
We almost won,
right? Y'all should be happy about that. I mean, y'all are usually happy about that about the football team. But anyway, yay! We almost had them. Anyway, so yeah, we played about as bad as we could have, and we still almost won. So I'm not too upset about it.
No, we just what?
There's a couple good points. Yeah, we shot terrible. There's a couple good points. We played hard.
Really, I mean, you bring up a good point. To shoot that bad and still be in the ball game and only lose by 5 really shows you how talented we are. We just got to be able to knock down shots and gel together and play more we basketball and not me basketball.
Yeah, we easily hit. I'm not asking for 50%, but we hit more. We definitely win the game. I mean, defense is pretty good. Boogie, great defensive player. I mean, one of the best I've seen as a Razorback.
He's legit. He's
good.
really good. I wish we had about 3 more of him.
I mean, it's. I'm not saying Courtney Fortson was a great.
His play kind of reminds me.
But that style on defense, that hustle, just without fouling, that Courtney Fortson did.
Yeah, I think he's Courtney Fortson a lot like him on offense. On the defensive end, he's actually probably more like I don't know, Daryl Macon or Jalen Barford type.
Yeah, if we're talking kind of recent defense players, yeah.
Just everywhere on the floor.
Yeah, well, hey, we got
very active.
Yeah, while we're on basketball, we got 5-star top 15.
It's the top point guard, top shooting guard in the nation.
Yeah, in the nation.
Number 1.
I see.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, like we said, he's
that surprising?
He's a recruiting coach, but he's not an X and O's.
Is it surprising to get a guy like that?
Not with Cal, no.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we knew that.
That's why we're not even bringing it up till now. I mean, we're not even excited about it because we know that's what he brings.
Well, I'm still in football mode.
Yeah, there's going to have to be an episode here the next 1 or 2 to where we do our basketball predictions, for the season, and maybe come up with some sort of a record that we all think we'll finish.
We kind of hit on it last week. We didn't give
but we didn't go into depth because it was just kind of like straight off the cuff, just shooting from the hip type of conversation. But we'll get that to you and be a little bit more structured, at least as far as the kickoff on the basketball season here coming up in the near future.
Yeah. Well, we got to switch into football. We've got a tough one in Fayetteville Saturday against Texas. This team, talking about Texas, it's no matter, it's that team for me that no matter who they're playing, I'm rooting against them. You know, I hate Texas more than any other team out there. Texas A&M is a very close second. But I mean, I think I mentioned it last week on. I'm still seeing on the Texas end. You know, they're still worried about this being a trap game for them, and it very well could be.
If you look at Texas's schedule, they really haven't played a tough schedule.
Right.
I mean, they've had they played Georgia.
Michigan, which they were ranked number 10 at the time, but Michigan
just
terrible.
Has proven to be average.
Yeah.
I think as far as schedule wise and being battle tested, we've had by far a tougher schedule. But that really don't mean anything. It just matters what team shows up on Saturday morning at 11. Hopefully we're awake, and a good Razorback football team shows up in Fayetteville, because we've been so, for one, bipolar anyway, and we're being extremely bad at home.
We really have to hope that they don't show up, or they show up and they just have like a bunch of turnovers or something. Because that's really, I think, the only way we're going to win. Even if we play great, if they come and show up, then we're still going to lose. But
I really wish this game was a night game. I wish it would be nationally exposed like it should. I feel like the exposure of this game needs to
ABC.
be.
I mean, it's
what time is the game?
They didn't think too much of it with it being an 11 o'clock.
Well,
game.
This game was at 11 before the season even started. This was inked. This one and Missouri game were the two inked games for times.
Well, maybe they felt bad for Texas having to play at Arkansas twice in a row, since the two times we faced them here recently has been both at Fayetteville. Yeah. So maybe they felt sorry and they were throwing Texas a bone, saying, "Well, yeah, we know you got to go to Arkansas again, but we'll make an 11 o'clock game, so it's not as hard on you."
How much of the talk's going to be about Fire Pittman if we lose by 30 this game?
Well, I think you're
going to hear it. I mean, I know you're already hearing it. I mean, I'm one of them, but
I mean, obviously,
how much more are you going to hear it?
You're going to hear it until the season's over, until fans get what they think they want.
If we win this game somehow,
if we win this game like the Tennessee game, and we beat two burn orange teams, which is basically what it'll be. It'll be the year of the burn orange going down in Fayetteville.
Be cool.
Would be awesome. If I had to pick between beating Texas and Missouri, I would pick winning this game, winning La Tech, and losing to Missouri, as opposed to the other way around. Because I would hate to lose this game.
My hate for Missouri,
come down to Missouri on us being.
My hate for Missouri is growing a lot, but it's nowhere near Texas.
Well, I think Drinkowitz coming to Missouri started me really.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
I don't like him. Just the Arkansas aspect is, as far as he goes. I guess he almost got hired here, right? Or he chose Missouri basically over Arkansas.
Pretty much.
I mean,
and Missouri's kind of like a more wealthier Arkansas. I mean, the landscape.
You think so?
The same.
I don't know. Their stadiums.
Missouri's the 11th richest state in the United States.
Yeah, maybe state-wise, but not university-wise.
Not like with the university. I'm not talking about the university. I'm just talking about with the state.
Well, because you've got Kansas City.
You got St. Louis.
And St. Louis.
We're a more drawn-out, sought-out university than Missouri, I would think.
I would say so. I mean,
it's close, but I would think we're more.
I
mean, just look how many
facilities.
We're a B plus, they're a B type of thing. Yeah.
But you know what? Missouri's made it to the SEC championship game more than us.
In football.
Now,
now
that ain't saying
they
much.
Came in.
We've been
trash. The SEC, when they came in to the East, the SEC East was not what it is or was back when you had Georgia. Mm-hmm. These last few years, Florida. There's no more East West, but
Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. Yeah. And then Kentucky kind of got scrappy there for a bit. Yeah. South Carolina is kind of like us, pretty inconsistent. We're really before A&M and Missouri coming in, South Carolina and Arkansas was the last two teams to join the SEC in 1992.
Yeah.
And then it went a whole however many years or more.
10 years. Well,
was it 10 years till A&M and Missouri came in?
No,
I thought it was
20,
more than that.
It's 20 years.
That's what I thought.
Because it was 2012 when A&M and Missouri joined.
There you go. So 2 decades.
Yeah.
2 decades worth of Arkansas being basically the runt.
Yeah.
The runt of the litter.
We still are.
When it comes to the SEC.
We still are.
Yeah. Probably.
Here's what I don't like.
In football.
Everyone's saying, oh, we need to move out of the SEC. Well, that's so stupid because there's more than just football.
Basketball we compete.
We compete in basketball, baseball every single year.
Soccer, golf, track. I mean, we're right there. Football's really the only sport.
We compete in football just like once every 5 years.
We're just very inconsistent for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is that tea good?
It's wonderful. Real nice and sweet.
Good old sweet tea over there.
Non-fermented sweet tea.
Yeah, I mean, Texas is coming in with Quinn Ewers throwing. He's got 19 touchdowns, 6 picks, 1,722 yards.
And let me tell you,
there's talks like the backup, like the backup's better. What's his name?
Arch Manning.
They're
both legit, but these quarterbacks are to the level of Nussmeier and Jackson Dart. These
they're
guys
above that. Yeah. They're above that.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're not above
they're
that,
not
but they're to that level.
They're both above Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart fucking took.
I think Jackson Dart best quarterback we've
just because he tears
us apart.
Just because he tears us apart doesn't mean he's the greatest we faced.
I don't know where he is.
I don't know because
I don't know where he is. SEC didn't do it. Passing leaders, but I would venture to say he's
I'm a Lavaliva or whatever his name.
Nussmeier made the plays he had to. They ran it a lot more.
Yeah. We need to look up who's leading the SEC in passing. I would venture to say it's Jackson Dart.
It's Jackson Dart. I'm almost positive.
I would almost, if he's leading, or even if he's not leading, I would almost positively say that he's leading in attempts too, passing attempts.
Well, and there's a reason.
And completions because he's attempting
hands. So you put the ball in your stud's hands.
Well, it's
so based on QBR, Jackson Dart, Milroe, Nussmeier, Markle Reed, Vandy's quarterback, Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers is 7th at 71.4.
And you said he's QBR. Better than both these guys over Nussmeier and Dart.
I would say so.
He has more experience, but I don't know if he's better talent-wise, arm strength-wise.
I mean, if someone handed me this list of top 10 quarterbacks, pick one. I'm not taking Quinn Ewers, and I'm not taking Taylor Green, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Nussmeier. I'd go Nussmeier or Dart.
I'd go Milroe or Dart.
Yeah.
And I think Milroe just because he's so good passing, but he's also a underrated runner as well and scrambler. And he's legit. You'll see him play on Sunday, Jalen Milroe.
You wouldn't go Beck from Georgia?
No.
Heck no.
No, he's good.
They're calling for his head over there.
He's good, but no, I wouldn't go there.
Yeah, no. I saw that clip of Kirby Smart, that reporter asking him about the quarterback, and he's like, "No, we've got our guy." Did
you see that Georgia player after they lost was celebrating? I guess he knew some guys from Ole Miss.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
what? I didn't see it.
It was a Georgia player. He was jumping up and down after the game when Ole Miss
looked like he was celebrating with.
He was celebrating with the Ole Miss fans. Now, granted, that's how it looked perception wise, but they found out he went to high school with that guy.
They played together.
They hadn't seen each other. Yeah, he hadn't seen each other in a while. So he was excited to see his friend. But it still just gave him a bad look, and Kirby Smart
basically shrugged it off. He doesn't have time for that crap. That's basically what he said.
I'd say the same thing. Yeah. You don't read into stuff like that.
The media was trying to put something out there to
that's what the media
get some people in trouble.
Yeah. Of course.
That's what the media does. So they're instigators.
Yeah, we are a version of the media.
I mean, we're
not giving anybody.
We're not putting out reports and stuff. So I mean,
we're a version.
Breaking news. this is a version of the media, but not the, reporting, breaking news, this guy's injured or this guy said this about this or whatever. We're
not like Trey Biddy. That's media. Trey Biddy.
Yeah. Well, I do have some breaking news.
Oh, shit.
Tyler got diagnosed with dementia.
Dementia. There you go. We probably all three got that.
Stupid.
All right.
Okay.
Well, like I said,
I got one. I got a joke.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. Your mom has 4 kids. Penny, Nickel, and Dime. What is the 4th kid's name? Penny, Nickel, and Dime. What is? Then I'm asking Tyler.
It's obviously you would think it'd be Quarter, but it's not.
So what is it? What's their name?
Tyler.
Good one. Did you get that too? Did you say? Did you?
He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
I was kind of confused, but then I was like,
"This turned this way though." So I didn't know what you were.
It's one of those. I knew it was not. I
knew I heard something like that before in a different way. But,
I heard 2 jokes over the last weekend, but it's not appropriate to tell on here.
PG-13 around here.
Yeah, I have some jokes too that I was thinking of. But...
Yeah, keep it PG-13 around here, Mr. F-bomb.
I know. I mentioned. I did say that last week. I apologize. I'll come out and publicly apologize for dropping the F-bomb.
Did Mom say something to you about it?
I don't think she watches us or listens or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
She'd already have soap ready in the house.
I guess Colt's Corner is no longer. I guess Colt's Corner is no longer a thing.
I guess Colt's he's Volstead and proper. Let me give a shout.
Who's putting a laughing face?
I'll give a Jackie.
Who's Jackie?
Jackie.
Is that you?
Yeah,
is that you?
Is that you? Well, we're the only. Never mind.
Oh, well, I mean, it could be you. You're the one getting posted about.
She's probably watching.
Did she buy you that shirt? She gonna comment on your shirt this week?
I've had this shirt for years, man.
Looks so good in that red shirt with the hog on it.
Well, I was going somewhere, and then we got derailed. What was I saying?
I have no idea, bro.
Anyway.
I have no idea. I'm just here like a pig in mud.
Yeah.
Just happy to be here.
I am happy to be here as well. Well, let's get to, we're going to do things. Oh, I know where I was going. Colt Harmon. Free advertisement for Colt Harmon. I've now heard tremendous reviews on his Volstead Proper restaurant. Honestly, nothing but good reviews. When it first opened up, just like any other restaurant, you got
Where's this?
In Conway. Dave Ward.
Yep.
But I've heard
kind of over by Chicken Salad Chick over there. Kind of,
What is it?
Volstead Proper.
It's called Volstead Proper
restaurant.
They do a happy hour every day.
What kind of restaurant?
I think it's a steakhouse. But I think they got he does have a chef.
Broad variety of food on the menu.
Yeah,
I think they've got quite a bit of stuff.
It's kind of like I think his vision was like a bourbon bar. So
I'm sure I don't know. I talked to Colt last week, but because I was trying to get him to fill in for you last week when we didn't.
2 weeks ago,
or 2 weeks ago when we didn't do an episode. But I forgot to ask him if he was going to get his liquor license over there or not.
Well, he does.
I'm sure he can come on and tell us.
It's a bourbon bar. He's got liquor license.
Oh, does he?
It's a it's full bourbon bar.
Well, heck yeah. I need to go in there and have a cold brew.
Sandra said I was going to say he looks delicious tonight.
Oh gosh,
Is that
Sandra,
you?
Let's keep this PG-13 here. We're not trying to figure out,
Oh Lord,
delicious.
What I would do to him.
Delicious. I don't know. You look like you would taste like an old leather boot or something. Maybe like.
Why are you thinking about what I'm going to taste
the word
like?
delicious means tasteful.
Yeah, but why would you think about what I'm going to taste like? It sounds like you want to taste it.
There's nothing tasteful about.
Why would you think about it if you're never going to do it?
We're quickly going off. off the rail.
This is a Razorback Hog sports talk show.
Our watchers and our viewers are getting into these types of conversations.
That's right.
Blame it on them.
So I did not have time, or let's just be honest, I forgot to drum up the
either one.
Whatever you want, whatever you care.
Let's be honest.
I forgot to do the questions. So what I'm going to do. Hey, by the way, you like my case? I brought it just for you, so you wouldn't get it confused.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You can easily identify
that is clearly a laptop.
It's an iPad. Anyway, so because we got to be very careful what things identify as now. So this is an iPad, just for you know.
That's it.
All right. So I've got a list here of
I'm glad you don't identify as delicious.
As it's like 100 different sports facts, and I'm sorry, but this is going to be like true or false. So
I like 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Let's see here.
True.
All right. True or false? And some of these are actually they're crazy. So some of them are misleading to make you think one way, and it's the opposite. So keep that in mind. True or false? In the early days of volleyball, the game was originally played with a bladder from a basketball. The bladder of a basketball. True or false? Or have they always had the volleyball?
I'm going to say false.
I'm going to say false.
It's actually true.
Dang.
So I guess
kind of
flavored of the. Yeah. All right. So let me find another one here. You've actually brought this one up on one of yours about the golf balls, because I was going to do that, but you did that. Bear with me here.
Is this Joe Rogan?
Good night, living.
We went from the
I wish I had a cigar.
Pesketeer podcast to the Joe Rogan podcast.
All right, here's
in about 3, 2, 1.
True or false?
What do you think about Trump?
We're definitely sure as hell not getting that.
Trump 2024.
Give me.
Tug of war was an Olympic event between 1900 and 1920 in the Olympics. True or false?
True.
Or say that question again. I was too busy laughing.
Where'd it go? Tug of war was an Olympic event between the 1900 and 1920 era.
I'm going to say true.
Would you say?
True.
That is true.
Okay, good.
Congratulations.
I like these 50%ers. Goes from 25.
I'm gonna not do the true or false on this one. Modern day baseball was invented in what year? Is it 1896, 1842, 1845, or 1776?
Say the first two.
I don't remember them.
I'm going to say 1845. 1845.
This is a shit.
1898.
1845. 1845.
I was hoping one of y'all idiots would have picked 1776.
It's the way he said it. 1845. That's the way.
D sound like you're born that never right straight.
He doesn't remember the first two, so that's obviously not true. The first two isn't. So it's got to be the last two. It's not 1700, so it's got to be 1845.
I'm saying 1845. I'm going with it instead of the 1842. I'll say 1845.
It's 45. You are both right. Congratulations. Okay. Number 3.
I can feel the enthusiasm in the air.
This is such a great stuff. Where's the music?
Okay. What was the first puck ever used? We quit touching buttons.
Turn it off.
What was the first hockey puck made out of? Was it? Damn, where'd this question go?
Oh God! Wow. But stop. We're gonna have to Put you in timeout, dude.
I mean, come on. Where's this question host?
All right, here. All right. What was the first hockey
crap off?
What was the first hockey puck made out of? Was it? This is terrible. This is just absolutely terrible. I'm sorry.
Are you trying?
I totally forgot to do this.
Are you trying to think of the answer?
I'm trying to think of
Well, A can be weed resin. 3 could be recycled tires. Or, excuse me, 2 is recycled tires.
We can't count up here.
C would be coal.
Or was it frozen calcium?
I'm going to go with D.
Is there an option E available?
Oh, God. I think we deserve to get that one right no matter what the question is.
All right. Let me find one. Let me find one more. That's true or falser.
Yeah, find 2 more.
No. Yeah, dude. That was only 3. Dang.
Hurry up.
Yeah. All right. What is it called? This is not going to have a true or false. What is it called when you roll 3 strikes in bowling? What's it called? First one answer.
So there's no
gets it. First one answer gets it. Go.
Hat trick?
No. So the T.
I know what they show up on the screen with like the little chicken, or the turkey.
Turkey.
Boom.
Turkey.
It's called a turkey.
I knew it started with the T.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chicago.
All right, number 5. The average NBA player weighs how many pounds? 215, 216, 217.
The average what player?
Pounds.
The average what player?
NBA player.
Wait.
215, 216, 217, or 218 pounds. How many? A, B, C,
within 4 pounds of each other? You could like give it like 10 pound increments.
I'm going to remember the answers.
Let me go with
the options.
D.
I'm going with A.
218.
216.
216 is right.
Bam! Bam!
Put this up. All right.
I think I'm leading in overall now.
I think so too. I think so too.
I think I'm leading by 1.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
I got 3 right last week, and I had like 11.
I got 4 right this week.
I'm like at 14. I got 2 right.
All right.
I'm like at now
back to Hogs. All right, Hogs and the dumb Longhorns. What do you got, Camo? What are you thinking?
Well, on my paper from the first year, I had 35-33 Texas.
Yeah.
So, to be realistic, I'd love for the Hogs to come in and obviously play their best game of the year and run the football. And I will say this, the front box of the Texas defense, that first 7 or 8 guys, is not as strong as like A&M and Ole Miss. They're vulnerable. I think we can run the football on them. And if we can run the football on Texas, look out for it being a close game. Look out for us being in the game in the fourth quarter. I'm not saying we're going to win, but I'm saying if we can run the football and we can handle their defensive front better than what we did Ole Miss and A&M, and it's more like an Auburn front or, but even a Mississippi State front, which they're better than Mississippi State, but I think maybe similar to Auburn, maybe a little bit better. But yeah, I'm gonna go with my original selection, I guess, from the first year. I'm gonna say 35-33.
I think
Texas.
Our offensive line is a dismay. They're just.
How about the Hogs?
Too far gone.
Yeah, they're just. I don't even know if you can coach them up at this point. They're so far gone. I think that's going to be such a problem.
Well, you got to think the offensive line is a pride position.
It's literally been a problem every game besides Tennessee. And I don't know what happened at Tennessee, but it showed up a little bit, but we disguised our looks, I think, enough to hide.
You're not talking a bunch of prima donna guys, though, that's out in the wide receivers and running backs and quarterbacks. These guys are hard-nosed football players, offensive linemen, and they really don't get the spotlight. So their only spotlight is working together as a unit and going, you know what, if you doubt us, we'll come up here and smack you in the mouth, and then you'll be talking about
with the comments Pittman made about, blue light special, and all that. I think that might.
I think the fans
they've all
want to
heard
talk
it.
about that more than the players.
They've all heard it now. I think it might get under some of their skin.
I don't think
it would mind. It would mind.
You'd play less.
Like, I'm playing my ass off for you, and you want to sit here and say that I'm a cheap, knockoff. Basically,
but
that's what he's calling.
No, he's saying if we had the money, we would have bought a better player than you.
That's exactly that would piss me off as a player, and I wouldn't play as hard.
Well, do you not think they already know that if Arkansas had more money, they'd have went and bought a better player?
Yeah, but hearing the head coach, the guy that recruited you, say that's a different story. I mean, you might think you know what in the back of your mind.
It would make me want to prove to Sam Pittman that I'm not a blue light special offensive lineman, and I'll prove you, hey, I ain't no blue light special. I'm the cream of the crop.
Well, just
the only way for me to prove that is to go play better. It's just like this talk that's been happening about Kiffin and even the Broncos coach, Sean Payton, about running up the scores the last couple of weeks on teams. My view on that is should you handle it in a classy manner? Yes. But at the same time, you're not going to stop playing football at any point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to stay close in the scoreboard, play harder.
Yeah,
stop me.
Yeah.
And if you can't stop me with second and third string in, we're going to keep playing football. And you got to have kind of that same mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you in a way on.
So what was your score prediction?
35-33 Texas.
I didn't give mine. With all that being said, I'll give my score prediction. I think they're gonna shut us down.
So they're sitting at a 13.5-point favorite.
I think our offensive line is abysmal. They're gonna shut us down. We're gonna score 17, and it's gonna be scratching and clawing at that 17. And they're gonna have 41-17 final score.
41-17.
41-17.
I'm going. I chalked this one up as an L at the beginning. I'm sticking with that.
But you had us 8-4.
So I know
the only way to go 8-4 is we win out.
I understand that, but that's just a prediction.
Yeah,
that was just a prediction. I'm going to stick with the loss, and I wrote down 21-35. So.
Okay. I still say we're going 7-5, and we win the bowl game. We have an 8-win season. I'm still saying that. I'm gonna ride.
No matter how bad we lose.
I don't care if we lose to Texas by 50. Whatever. I still think we're beating La Tech, and we find a way to win in Columbus.
What if we get some injuries or something?
Well, I mean, I'm talking if the team that we're talking about right now here today. If we have that group, we go 7-5. We go to the Las Vegas Bowl. We go to the Music City Bowl.
If it's in Nashville, I'd like to go. I'm going to go to Nashville.
Yeah, it's 5 hours away, 5.5 hours away. I definitely want to.
We could do a show. We could take all of our stuff and do a show.
So there's talks, right, about Pittman getting fired, even if we win 7?
Yeah. No.
I mean, yeah, there's talks. There's always going to be talks. There'll be talks of him getting fired if we went 9-3.
Is he going to get fired if we win 7?
No.
What about if we win 6?
Yes.
So my prediction was right at the beginning of the year. You think 6 wins is the mark?
I think 6 wins and losing the bowl game probably puts it over the edge, but 6 wins winning the bowl game probably gets them squeaking by.
Bowl game means nothing. I think the bowl game means nothing, and they should hopefully factor that in. I mean,
yeah.
You got to.
The starters ain't even playing.
The recruiting process starts the day after the bowl game. It's like you win and then you hit the recruiting.
The recruiting drill
starts
every day.
It's every day all year long.
I know, but I'm talking. It's hardcore to spring ball.
Yeah,
it's hardcore to spring ball because you actually are playing a New Year's Eve bowl, which would make it 2025, and then you play spring ball in April. So you got 4 months to figure it out.
Yeah, well, the portal's not open there's windows that you can go after.
It's open all the way up until the bowl game. That's why people are not playing in the bowl game. They're putting their name in the portal.
It opens up December 12th or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Troy and Arkansas basketball tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're the 18th team in the country.
I like the segue.
Well,
getting off football and going on to basketball.
Oh, did you already?
Yeah, no, I said I like the segue.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just, I thought it was time to move on.
It is.
Troy, Arkansas.
I did want to come back to your point about Pittman, though.
Okay. Yeah, we'll circle back. What do you think? Win and how bad?
Oh, yeah. I think, let's see. What are we favored by? Where's the line? Well, we're obviously favored. The line's usually right there. I mean, I'm thinking we're gonna dip
20 or more. Do we win? Do we beat Troy by 20 or more? In Fayetteville.
I don't know if expectations we should. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. This is a young team early on.
Okay, so Buck, what do you say? I'm writing this down if my pen will work. What's the score?
Let's go. Basketball scores are so hard.
Yeah, they're tough.
This is Price is Right rules. Okay, so if you go over in either one of the numbers,
79-64,
you're disqualified. 79-64. But Caleb or Bones,
I'm gonna go 87. I think we shoot the ball well, so I think we.
You think we finally shoot the ball
close to 90? I'm gonna go 87, like 63.
87-63.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 81-67. 81-67. 14-point win.
Mm-hmm.
Hogs.
Yeah.
We rebound from a bad Baylor outing.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, I know.
Speaking of rebounds, we beat Baylor in rebounds. We also beat them in assists and turnovers. We just lost the 3-point battle. They shot 30%. We shot 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Okay, so we're 1-1, and we have Troy, Pacific, UALR, Maryland Eastern University, the Fighting Illini, Illinois, University of Miami, Texas San Antonio, Michigan, Central Arkansas, UCA, North Carolina, A&T, Oakland, and that's it for the non-conference schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So that's we're 1-1, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more games. What's our record in 13-game non-conference schedule? You think we with Michigan and Miami and Illinois in there?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
11-2. We'll lose one more.
I'm not that optimistic. I'm like 9-4.
I'm gonna say 10-3. I'll say we lose 2 more games before.
I think we're already looking. I mean, we lost by 5 points, and we played as bad as I thought we could have.
So non-conference,
and that was a really good team in Baylor, even though they got blown out their first game.
Who did they lose to their first
Gonzaga
game?
by like 40.
Right, the Zags.
You said 9-4,
but they're like the best team in basketball.
Who was the transfer? Who transferred there from Arkansas last year?
To where?
To Gonzaga. Khalif Battle.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he playing for him? Like actually playing?
You know who's playing for Texas Longhorns? Tremont Mark.
Yeah.
Tremont.
He played for Texas. Houston, right?
Played for Houston, went to Arkansas, now he's in Austin. Texas Longhorns. Tremont Mark, starting guard for him. And they're pretty darn good.
Well, I mean, he is pretty good. He's a good defender.
So in that matchup versus the Zags and Baylor, Battle saw 31 minutes, was 4 of 10 from the field goal, 4 of 8 from 3-point. He was on fire. He had 12 points. So he played pretty good.
How many minutes?
31.
He played 31 minutes.
That's a lot.
Out of 40.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
3/4 of the game. Yeah, for sure. He's a heck of a player.
Yeah. No, Yeah.
Battle
seeing him go.
Battle and Trayvon Mark was our two best players last year.
Yeah. Battle was our offensive, especially at the end of the year. He really took reins over that. He was scoring 30. Points? He scored like 6 or 7 30-point games in a row.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm still saying 9-4 through the non-conference.
No, 11-2, 10-3.
What'd you say? 10-3.
I said 10-3. I split the difference between y'all. Yeah, and if we go worse than 9-4, look out. It's not looking good.
What's the number one key
8-5
to this
non-conference would be
after seeing our team after 3 games or 4 games? If you somehow got to watch that TCU game, I've watched 3, and I'll give my answer at the end. But what do y'all think the number one aspect for us having a successful year?
Basketball?
Yeah, the most successful year we could have. What's the number one
defense
thing we could do
to have a
more specific?
To have a successful year?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going with what's going to prevent us from having a great year, but I guess I won't.
We can go there next. But yeah. What's
I think
what's the number one thing for us to do well?
Defense
for us to have us.
Our shooters got to shoot. They got to be on.
So 3-point shooting is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think we're in the.
I think if you can have a 35% 3-point range on average, like throughout the year, if you can average 35 or better, which almost is close to 3 or 4 threes out of 10 you shoot. If you can't shoot better than that, you're going to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have at least a 35%, 3-point line percentage.
Yeah, that's probably it's hard to argue with. I mean, I was going to go there, but since y'all went there, I will go with.
And I'll say this: turnovers. Turnovers will not be,
I mean, that's where I was going.
For us.
We got to win. From the shooting I've seen, we've got to win the turnover battle, and I think we will. I mean, we have athletic, players out there. Arguably, the most athletic in the country.
You know what I do like about our team? Is when we're shooting free throws, it's not just 1 or 2 claps. They're clapping all around. It's like this team likes each other. And that's what I like to see. I like a team feel like, hey, they've got each other's back. They're high-fiving each other. They're communicating. They're not acting like, oh, gosh, I got to play.
But I'll go more specific, not just turnovers, live ball turnovers. I think will benefit us greatly. We have so many athletes on the floor. We can outrun pretty much any team in the country. So get us an open floor. I like our chances.
Yeah, I think that's what the first team.
We did.
Lipscomb was trying to slow us down.
Yeah, they tried. They did in the first half, but we opened it up.
Yeah. Great those turnovers on defense.
Baylor did in the first half as well, but we found our way in the second half, and we still lost, but it was a close one.
So I'm looking. So where I was going with what I think our weak spot is, I'm sitting here looking at our roster, and we've got 2 guys at 6'10", 1 guy at 6'11", and 1 guy at 7'2". I
don't remember
Croatia guy.
I don't remember a lineup like that in a long time at Arkansas.
But I think our
tall towers like that.
They're tall, but it's like I can't say the guy from Croatia, the number 44, 7'2" guy, is Vic, whatever his name is.
Good luck with that.
He, what I noticed is, just very similar to Connor when Connor Vanover played for us. Very weak with the ball down low. Not as weak as Connor
There's
Vanover.
Not big.
So he's better than Vanover was.
Yes, he is. But where I'm going with this is I'm looking at our lineup: forward, guard, forward. The F's and G's. Are there no more centers in basketball? Because I don't keep up with basketball like.
No, it's power forward, small forward.
No, there's centers.
Wing guard, shooting guard, point guard. There's not. They don't say center.
They don't do a center.
It's power forward and small forward.
So let me go to Baylor because Baylor's big guy. That's what I would consider.
I mean, I don't know.
No centers on there.
Maybe not on the ESPN website, but they they consider the big man center.
I think the terminology has just changed a little bit.
It has,
right.
but they still consider a center a center.
Oh, dude. So
even if he can shoot.
Okay, I found something interesting. Illinois, who's got their center at 7'1".
It's probably have to hit a certain weight limit.
It's got to be the brother of our guy because it's the same last name and he's from Croatia. Same, like it's
but they have him listed as a center.
Listed as a center.
What's his name?
Isvic. IVISIC.
I didn't know we had a brother.
Excuse me, sir. You're over the weight limit.
I mean, it's got to be his brother, right? Same place. Look it up. Yeah, got to be. They're kin somehow. But yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Is I mean, we haven't really had a big man in a long time.
Stephen Hill,
Townsend. Y'all remember Townsend?
Charles Towns.
Yeah,
and there was another guy. Bobby Portis was 6'10".
Yeah, Bobby Portis.
He was a big dude.
Was a big dude.
Daniel Gafford.
And Gafford. That I was going to say the last.
But he was thinner. He was thinner.
I remember was Gafford.
Yeah.
And he might not have been listed as a center. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we really hadn't had true like Oliver Miller.
Like the Zags.
Corliss Williams.
They've got a center.
Yeah, Corliss Williams, which Corliss Williams was like 6'9". He wasn't as tall, but he was just big. He played bigger than he was than he is. But yeah, basketball's played a little bit different now. You know, you got these pick and pops now, and it's not you take it to the wing, throw it down on the block, and then he's going to play offense from his back to the goal. You know, a lot of these offenses are now with the frontal facing to the goal. You got to be able to put the ball on the floor, you know, pass a guy.
Drive and kick.
That's
all it is.
It's not none of these Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's back to the goal and then turn around and throw up some hook shot.
Usually that's second type of offense.
Yeah, it's just basketball's changed so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's evolved just like football has. You know, I remember where they used to call that extra safety they throw into the game, like the rover, you know, or the dog, and now they've got umpteen different names.
Yeah, there's 1,000 packages.
You know, it's funny to watch though. You know, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I am excited about Arkansas basketball. Obviously, a lot of hype with Coach Cal up there. No one saw that coming. You know, but like I said, I'm still kind of in the football mood because we could still have a good season. Like we could still win out and chalk this up as a
8-4, possibly 9 wins,
and a pretty good season.
Yeah, I think 7-5 is more realistic, and I hope we can do it. But I really would like to win that bowl game too, to get that eighth win. And whether you think they're insignificant or not, it goes down as a win for your program. You win money for your program.
Yeah,
you know, it's fun for the fans. It's fun for the players that do get to play in it, and it's a way to say, hey, Pittman has won 9, 8, and 7 games in a five-year span. You know, and you take 5 years of Belima, you take 5 years of any other coach other than maybe Houston Nutt and Bobby Petrino, and there's not a lot of coaches in the last 30 years or so that could say they've had that type of a start.
Yeah.
You know, 9, 8, 7, of course, you know, 4 and then
if
3.
he isn't fired after winning 6 games this year, I'm going to be extremely
let me get back to that. I think I said it last week, but here's what the rumors is he's not going to get fired. He's going to finish the season no matter what happens. Even if we lose out,
steps down, whatever.
He's going to step down. His health, surgery on the hip, yada yada yada. That's what I really see happening because of his personality and his relationship with Hunter Yurachek. I think that's how I see it.
You think it's not good? His relationship?
No, I think it is. I think that's why he won't get fired. I think
he would have been fired at this point if it wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, I think changes are coming. Even if we go 8-4, 6, if we go, 5.
So you're saying this could happen no matter what?
I'm thinking no matter what. I think we're
through your inside source.
I think we're moving away from Sam Pittman no matter what, whether it's forced or
welcomed.
On
his part.
I think we're
on Sam's part
moving away from.
I think that's
because it's year 5 and he's wanting to do what he said at the very beginning.
I would almost like that to happen because at least it kind of salvages whatever respectability he had for taking the program where it was to where it is now, which is an improvement from where he found it.
Absolutely.
It's 2-10 seasons is not very good, and you turn around and has went to a couple bowl games, if not 3 bowl games out of 5 years.
He's won more in just single season. He's won more SEC games just this season than Chad Morris did in the 2.
And I'm sure he's probably won more or just as much SEC games as Brett Bielema has, if I'd venture to say that.
Yeah,
in a 5-year span.
I don't know that for sure, but yeah, I mean it's
going to be close.
The overall records are pretty close. Anyway.
Well, I'm thinking he won just because. Probably what gives him the leg up is that 10 SEC.
And what sucks about that is
game
Brett Bielema is a good coach. I mean, look at what he's doing at
Illinois. Yeah,
but it's just that style.
Barry Lunny Jr.
That style does not work
as the offensive coordinator.
It works if he had the players, but he couldn't get the players, so it didn't work.
I mean,
you got to have the linemen.
You got the corn-fed.
We couldn't out linemen Alabama and Georgia
with the speed.
And LSU.
Yeah.
See, I thought we had the biggest line in football.
We did when Bielema was here.
Just because you got the biggest doesn't mean you're the best.
Well, I get that. I thought we lacked in skill positions those years.
I mean, that has to do with
we had Keon Hatcher.
All of life.
Wide receiver.
That has to do with all of life. Just because you're the biggest doesn't mean you're the best.
That's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how I see the season going. Would love to be wrong about this week, of course, and win out and get to my what.
So we all predicted a loss.
Last time
that means they're going to win.
We did.
Last time we all predicted a loss. It was Tennessee game.
They won.
Yeah.
So hopefully we bringing this true.
In my opinion, outside of our lackluster performance 2 Saturdays ago against Ole Miss and our offensive line shape, Taylor Green's healthy. Jaquin Jackson is. I don't really know. I think that report, the availability report, comes out tonight, or no, tomorrow. I keep thinking today is Wednesday. I did that all day at work, but
I think the report today too
comes out tomorrow, so we'll know about JJ's status. We do know for sure Taylor Green is healthy. I mean that's already been announced yesterday.
But he shouldn't be the starting quarterback, according to some people.
Yeah, I don't think he. I think when we just pulled up that list, when Caleb pulled it up, I'd pick 7 or 8 quarterbacks in the SEC.
Well, he was number 10. Taylor Green and QBR was 10.
Well, then that goes to show that he's mid-tier kind of guy.
You think Singleton is
But I think
I would like the opportunity to find out. Right now, we don't know. He ain't played enough.
But I think our offensive line plays a huge role in that. I mean, I think if we had
you've seen it,
a better offensive line, I mean, he's probably hovering around.
Well, Fernando Carmona gets on the Out of Bounds show on the radio on 103.7, and he talked about Singleton, and it was all good things his way, in which I wouldn't expect anything less. It's his teammate, and he's going to talk his teammate up. But, these guys are being put in positions like here you got Taylor Green, you got Singleton, you're being asked questions about both. It sounds like, they're trying to get him hemmed up, or who would you rather have as your quarterback? But from the sound of it, Carmona was a fan of Singleton.
Well, I get that. And maybe he's looking at it as the aspect of change. Maybe we need a shakeup. But where my point of view, where I come from every week is when I say that Taylor Green still gives us the best chance to win, is because I think we all agreed last week that Taylor Green is better on the ground than Singleton, right? I mean, I think you agreed on that.
Yeah, he's probably a better runner just because he's.
I think your argument, if you want to call it that, is that he's a more accurate passer,
and that's a neutralizer to a bad offensive line. He gets it out of his hand. He's accurate. And he reads the field. I feel like I have more confidence in him.
Teams
would
read on that, and they would get their hands up at the defense line, and they would play up on the receivers and not allowing them short throws, and they would force him to throw it down the field.
He can also run.
Which the pass rush would get there, and he wouldn't be able to.
I don't think he can run as good as Taylor Green.
He doesn't have the arm power either.
He can run good enough.
I mean, we might get to see him. I mean, who knows? If we get blown in, obviously he comes in.
And I have no doubt that when he gets in there and he plays some substantial, meaningful minutes, he's gonna relish in his opportunity, and he's gonna show.
I like what I've seen from him so far.
Mark this down. Mark the tape. If we get blown out by Texas, Singleton will come in, probably start the second quarter, especially if it's a blown out game like it was against.
They don't wait that long. I feel like if they don't score in the next first 4 drives of the game, if they're not scoring touchdowns, let's make a change.
Okay, so what I'm saying is he'll come in and he'll play the whole game as long as he stays healthy, and he'll get the start against La Tech.
Yeah,
mark it down.
Well, I'm just saying, don't
breaking news.
Don't wait that long, though. Don't wait that long.
I think I don't.
Here's what shows if you're really trying to win football games.
You got to
shaking things up, rolling the dice, and saying, you know what? Our first drives, we looked awful. Something's got to give. And I've got the cojones enough as Sam Pittman and Bobby Petrino to go.
Sam Pittman's not going to do it unless Bobby Petrino says, "Hey, we're switching quarterback."
It would be Bobby Petrino.
But it's just like
Sam would have to.
It's just like,
and that's his quarterback too.
Yeah,
Taylor Green is his quarterback.
It's just like A&M when they played LSU. They were rolling. A&M was riding Wagman, whatever his name is, and then they brought in Marco Reed, and LSU had no answer for Reed. Yeah, they didn't really practice scout. I mean, they probably did a little bit, but their main focus was not Marco Reed. There could be some strategy like that where.
Well, do you not remember when Stinson come in for Georgia? They played one guy in Fayetteville. We first played Georgia in 2020, and he was having and we were sticking with him. We're going, man, we're hanging with Georgia. Then they bring Stetson Bennett in, and Stetson Bennett tears us up, and we're like, where does this guy come from? He never left the field again.
But he was their game, right?
No, we lost that game. Lost that game 31-17. Lost about 2 touchdowns. But we were in that game like a long for all 3 quarters, maybe some of the fourth quarter got away from us. But at the same time, he remained the starter for Georgia for the next 3 years.
Yeah, no, he was
after that game.
He was like 28 whenever he left college.
Yeah.
But I mean, there could be, like I was saying, there could be that play of, riding Taylor Green, and then you're what are you doing?
I don't know.
Dude, we're gonna have to handcuff you or something.
I was trying to look up.
I know you got some in there.
No comment.
And Sandra's, that's what she's saying right now. Sandra's saying no comment.
Sandra's like, I've seen his handcuffs.
No comment.
No comment.
Yell or something else.
But there could be that play. We're here touching buttons. Yeah, you're close. 37-10.
37-10. 37-17.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it?
I'm sorry.
For the next 5 minutes of this show, Buckman's just going to push buttons.
This is the Buckman. This is the shenanigans. Buck shenanigans.
Thank y'all. I'll be here all week.
So you could do this, and you could. We don't want to press that button, but you could do this and talk like a robot.
That's crazy.
But it's just me. I don't know why it's just me. Or you could do large robot.
Oh, what about me? Can I talk like that?
I don't know how to do it.
No, it's just you.
Let's see. Let me isolate. You're 3.
Try not.
Hang on.
Try not.
Oh.
You're messing stuff up. Don't be messing with my soundboard over here. Took me like 5 weeks to figure this out.
You're blue.
You're the blue. Yeah.
Well, let me.
I don't know how to do it, okay?
Welcome to Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium, folks.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Sorry.
Are you ready to call those Hogs?
I'm telling you, get Craig O'Neill
It's
back
another Razorback first down.
All right, it's third down. And then everybody just starts.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's the same guy. It's the same way.
Third down.
All right, all you Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those Hogs.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same.
Defense.
Who's the game day
I have no
PA
idea.
announcer?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
No, I should know his name, but I don't. And those people that are always kind of down there on the field trying to hype people up, they're in the student section. I think they need new ones of those.
Well, I told you.
They're not
after the Tennessee game. We needed to revamp our whole game day stadium experience there inside. I mean,
I agree.
Lord. Okay, chalk it up, I guess.
Chalk it up.
So we all got.
So we got a loss for the football team, a win for the basketball team. Hopefully, we're wrong in the first one. But so Longhorns down.
Yeah, boom. So we don't play Saturday basketball. We come back and play Monday
against Pacific.
Yeah, I got some work buddies that are going to that game. Somehow I didn't
get invited,
get a ticket to that,
wow.
Which is crazy. Anyway, whatever.
Well, maybe I'll get up to non-conference basketball game.
The Little Rock game, though, is December, of course, but that's in UCA versus UCA.
Yeah.
I think Kev wants to go to that game.
We play Michigan at Arkansas.
No, Michigan is at Madison Square Garden in New York.
Oh, that's right. Well, they're the last team, so we're the home team in that. In that matchup,
we are the home team, but that's up there at
Madison Square Garden. It'd be awesome if they came to the Fayetteville, though.
Tickets are only $65.
You know how cool it'd be to go up there and watch them?
Let's do it.
Yeah, go to New York.
Let's do it.
Tusketeers is going to the Big Apple.
Coming to you live from the Jimmy V Classic.
We'd have to, right?
Here at MSG.
Coming live to you. Welcome to New York.
New York. Christmas time in New York. That'd be pretty cool.
I'll be like Home Alone.
We could ice skate under the tree, the Rockefeller tree.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Heck yeah.
But then I remember it's New York, and I'm like, I don't want to go.
I'd like to see Buck ice skate.
I would love to see Buck in New York. That's what I would like. I would love to see this setup right here in New York, just walking downtown. And
they aren't ready.
I don't think you'd be ready.
They don't want this smoke.
13 million people.
They don't want this smoke.
They ain't ready.
The only thing you have to do for me is wear your camo, though. Like, if you could wear your camo like you're going up and walking through the woods to set your stand in the middle of New York, I'd pay for your whole trip.
With your bow. Take your bow.
Yeah. And wear your
rainbow up there.
Wear your bow on your shoulder.
Orange or not?
No orange. Just camo.
Like your turkey.
Face mask, gloves, and everything?
Oh, yeah, because it's going to be cold.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to freeze.
I have to do the whole time, or just for
Hey, to our viewers out there, Sandra and Jackie, if y'all want to pay for a trip for the Tusketeers, trip for the Tusketeers to go to New York,
y'all can come with us.
You just ruined it right there. Just ruined the whole trip by saying that.
We know where Caleb stands.
Maybe not for
Tell
Caleb.
us how you really feel, okay?
Me and Josh are over thinking differently, but
yeah. All right. Well,
y'all be good.
Happy birthday!
Y'all be good
to Camo, and we'll see you next week.
See you on the flip.
See you on the nursing home.
Hopefully with the dub tomorrow and
double dubs.
The double dub week.
What time we play?
Okay. Tomorrow?
Yeah,
at 7 on SEC Plus or ESPN Plus, so not on main TV.
Dang.
Yeah, so cool. All right, appreciate it, everybody out there that's followed us thus far.
Go Hogs, we'll pick.
Hogs, we'll pick
on all that stuff.